all them bitter, angry girls in the WNBA who are upset about Caitlin Clark, move over more, because Juju is special.
Appreciate. She's a phenomenal player. She's a phenomenal shooter. I call her the Steph Curry of women's basketball. I've been calling her that since last year.
Remember when you first saw Caitlin Clark play? That feeling of watching someone special? Well, people are getting that same feeling about Juju Watkins now. Is history repeating itself? Is Watkins the next Clark, or even better? Up to this point, Clark's supremacy appeared unbreakable. The collegiate basketball world is reeling from the arrival of a new superstar, and her statistics have everyone talking. Is it possible that she will be the one to topple the royal family? Then there's Juju Watkins, the up-and-coming sensation who has everyone in the basketball world talking. There is no way to describe the college statistics that this young sensation is producing. An astounding 27.1 points per game is what we're discussing. The scoring is at an outstanding level. It's not merely decent. However, things start to get intriguing at this point. A daring assertion has been made by NBA veteran Charles Barkley, and it has everyone talking. I quote, "Juju Watkins might actually be better than Caitlin Clark." Are you kidding me? Barkley isn't merely gushing over Watkins, he's implying that she has what it takes to be even better than Clark in the WNBA.
But that girl, that young lady y'all got at UFC right now, Juju,
incredible.
Caitlin is a supernova, and Juju probably is a better player.
Okay, so let's dissect this. The key to success in Clark's game is adaptability. She can set up other players' goals as well as her own. Her versatility on the floor allows her to score, assist, and steal boards. Oh, and Watkins? Her scoring prowess is unmatched. Her college statistics are absolutely astounding, and she possesses that certain something that makes people pay notice. However, and this is a major point, Watkins has not yet played on a WNBA court. Her performance in college provides the foundation for all this hoopla and comparisons. Even if it is impressive, it is completely different in the WNBA. Let that sink in. When she plays in the WNBA, Watkins will face the greatest of them. The athletes are at a higher level of competence, strength, and speed. Both the defenses and the competition have tightened up. It's like starting college all over again, but with more energy and focus. Therefore, we can't presume that just because Watkins is killing it in college, that she will do the same in the pros. But Clark has shown time and time again that she can hold her own among the upperclassmen.
What does she mean to women's sports?
I just think that she's elevating the profile of women's sports in a way.
All them bitter, angry girls in the WNBA who are upset about Caitlin Clark, move over more, because Juju is special.
In the WNBA, she's doing more than only surviving. She is thriving. While everyone is focusing on Watkins versus Clark, they are neglecting this important detail. The scoreboard doesn't reflect the ways Clark is altering the game. You are aware of her shooting ability, but were you aware that she attacks from positions that cause defenders to lose their composure? That is only the beginning of her efforts to redefine the role of a WNBA superstar. The range of Clark should be discussed. This chick is absolutely destroying the game, blasting threes from out of nowhere.
And I think Caitlin Clark can have that same effect, because I personally have never seen a women's player that can shoot the ball from these distances off the bounce.
Appreciate. She's a phenomenal player. She's a phenomenal shooter. I call her the Steph Curry of women's basketball. I've been calling her that since last year.
We're routinely talking 30 feet away. It's out of the ordinary. That is completely inhumane. It's as if she had some sort of basketball secret code. Scoring goals isn't Clark's game, though. She's quite gifted at setting the stage. She averaged 8.4 assists per game as a rookie, which was the most in the WNBA. Let that sink in. The league's leading assist scorer is a rookie. I've never heard of that before. In addition to scoring goals, she is improving the lives of others around her. What about when things get tough? Clark is more than just an arrival, she is an exhibit. While most rookies would have been trembling in their shoes during the playoffs, Clark remained as calm as ice. Every game, she would put up 18 points and dish out 8.5 assists. Clark demonstrated that she thrives in high-pressure situations.
And it's crazy to say, even the one she pulled last night to break the record, that's a 35-foot shot that she's pulling up out of the backcourt off the dribble.
Even when her team was defeated, We may move on to the topic of leadership now. When Clark plays well, she helps her entire squad, not just herself. Will it be the Indiana Fever? Last year, they didn't amount to much. They are now in the postseason hunt under Clark's leadership. Yes, that is the Clark effect, and it was not an accident. Do you really want to know what makes Clark unique? Her impact is more significant than her skills alone. What a game changer. She's more than just a player, a true gem according to one expert. Caitlin Clark isn't just another rookie who had a good season. She's a once-in-a-generation talent. This is not exaggeration, it is fact. Let that sink in. Clark possesses the leadership qualities to save a floundering organization, the passing ability to improve her teammates, the clutch gene that makes her shine in big times, and the impressive range that keeps opponents guessing. You're looking at the future of a superstar, not merely a decent player. Thus, Clark is having a phenomenal WNBA season. However, do you recall Juju Watkins, a collegiate sensation who is being hailed as a potential formidable opponent? And here's the rub. Her performance in the majors is completely unpredictable. Why? You wouldn't believe how much of a difference there is between college and professional ball. Let's dissect it. Professional women's basketball, that's a whole other ball game. That is completely distinct from that. Here we are talking about athletes with a ton of experience under their belts. These ladies are exceptional. In fact, they're unparalleled. Plus, there are more than just other rookies on the court when you take the court as a rookie. Competitors have been in this game for a long time and have honed their abilities. Let that sink in. While in university, you may find yourself in a relatively small group, and the WNBA, it's Shark Tank time. This game is completely out of this world in terms of the pace, athleticism, and mental tenacity needed to succeed. And here's where Clark's adventure begins. Those days of Clark's WNBA debut are a blur. Not only was she competent, she was outstanding, but she too had to change. Defenses that could keep up with her pace, anticipate her moves, and provide her with new challenges were something she had never encountered before. Moreover, did you hear? The task was met with her success. The difference between good and excellent is that. Let us now turn to Watkins. Her college stats are really mind-blowing. What does 27.1 mean per game? That is fantastic. But here's the rub. Such stats don't necessarily bode well for the pros. The Women's National Basketball Association, WNBA, is a whole new league with its own set of regulations, tactics, and intense pressure. Charles Barkley may be trying to boost Watkins' confidence by suggesting that she may surpass Clark. However, let's briefly apply the brakes. Not even a WNBA court has crossed Watkins' path. The stress, the travel, and the demanding schedule will be too much for her to manage. It isn't only about talent, all that stuff is taxing. I must say, Watkins possesses considerable promise. While potential is important, demonstrated success is even more so. It's clear that Clark can hold her own against the greatest.
Juju Watkins is like, she's going to be bigger than Caitlin Clark.
Crossed over now into a territory, and I said this earlier, she, for me, is one of the most entertaining basketball players I've ever seen, period.
In the WNBA, she is doing more than only surviving. She is thriving. As the captain of her squad, she is altering the game while also smashing records.